Hello, my dear friends. Today I want to talk with you about a very special mixture that I have been using for many years. It's a simple recipe that anyone can make at home using just two ingredients that you probably already have in your kitchen or can buy easily at any pharmacy. I'm talking about castor oil mixed with baking soda. It might seem strange at first, but believe me, this combination is really powerful and can help you with many everyday problems. First, let's understand what each of these ingredients does for us. Castor oil comes from a plant called the castor bean. This oil has a slightly thicker consistency than other oils, and that's good for our skin. It goes deep into your pores and brings with it properties that help regenerate skin, reduce inflammation, and even fight some bacteria that cause problems. Now, baking soda, that white powder we often use to make cakes rise, has very interesting properties for our skin. It's slightly rough, which means it can remove dead skin cells gently. Also, baking soda can brighten and neutralize odors. Now, you must be wondering, why mix these two ingredients? The answer is simple and brilliant at the same time. Baking soda alone can be a bit harsh for our skin, especially if it's sensitive. But when we mix it with castor oil, it becomes gentler and more moisturizing. The oil protects our skin while the baking soda does its cleaning and brightening work. It's like having a friend who helps us do heavy work, but in a careful and loving way. Castor oil is that protective friend, and baking soda is the tool that solves the problem. Now, I'm going to tell you all the ways this mixture can help in our daily life. Get ready, because there are many benefits. If you have problems with blackheads on your face, especially on your nose, forehead, or chin, this mixture is a lifesaver. The baking soda will get into your pores and loosen all that built-up dirt, while the castor oil softens everything, making removal easier. Many people spend a lot of money on expensive products to remove blackheads, but this homemade recipe works just as well, or even better. And the best part? It's much cheaper. A problem that bothers many people, especially women, is dark armpits and groin areas. This can happen for several reasons: using deodorants, clothing friction, or simply our skin characteristics. The good news is that our little mixture can help a lot with this. Baking soda has natural brightening properties, and castor oil will nourish the skin, making it softer and more even. With time and regular application, you'll notice a significant difference. You know those elbows and knees that get dark and rough? This is very common, especially when we get older or work a lot with our hands and arms. Our mixture works like a gentle scrub that removes dead cells and gradually brightens these areas. Castor oil also leaves the skin well moisturized, preventing it from getting dry after treatment. For those who work a lot standing up or wear tight shoes, calluses and thick skin on feet are a constant problem. The mixture of castor oil with baking soda can soften these hardened areas, making removal easier with a foot file. It's important to be gentle and have patience. Don't try to remove everything at once. Do the treatment a few times a week and you'll see the results appear naturally. If you have spots on your face caused by sun, age, or old pimples, you can use our mixture as a face mask. It will help brighten these spots gradually, besides making skin smoother and more even. Always remember to do a small test first to see how your skin reacts. Here we have to be very careful and moderate, but baking soda with castor oil can be used occasionally as a natural toothpaste. Baking soda helps remove stains from teeth, and castor oil has properties that fight bacteria in the mouth. But attention, only apply this once in a while, not every day, because baking soda can be too rough for tooth enamel if used too much. Before teaching you how to prepare the mixture, I want to talk about how to choose the right ingredients. Not all castor oil is the same. Always look for pure castor oil, cold-pressed, which usually has a light yellow color and a thicker consistency. Avoid oils that are very clear or seem too thin, as they may have been processed too much and lost their properties. Baking soda should be the common cooking kind, but check that it's within the expiration date and doesn't have a strange smell. Now, I'm going to teach you how to prepare this mixture the right way. It's very simple, but some details make all the difference. To start, you can make different amounts depending on your skin. For more sensitive skin, use 2 tablespoons of castor oil for 1 teaspoon of baking soda. For normal skin, 1 tablespoon of oil for 1 teaspoon of baking soda is good. For more resistant skin, you can reduce the oil a little and keep the baking soda the same. You'll also need a small glass or plastic container to mix and a small plastic or wooden spoon to stir. Avoid metal spoons, as they can react with the baking soda. First, put the castor oil in the container. Then add the baking soda gradually, mixing well until you form a smooth paste. The consistency should be like toothpaste but a little thicker. If it's too liquid, add a little more baking soda. If it's too thick, put a little more oil. The important thing is that it's easy to spread but not runny. An important tip: only prepare the amount you're going to apply at the moment. This mixture shouldn't be stored for a long time, at most 2 or 3 days in the refrigerator in a well-closed container. After that, it's better to make a fresh new mixture. For each application, the way to apply is a little different. For the face, first clean your skin well with warm water and a gentle soap. Dry gently with a clean towel. Apply the mixture with very gentle circular movements, especially in areas with blackheads or spots. Start with less time on the first application, just 5 minutes, to see how your skin reacts. If everything goes well, you can gradually increase up to 15 minutes. Then rinse with warm water, never too hot. Do this only twice a week at most. For armpits and groin areas, first take a shower or wash the area well. Apply the mixture to the dark areas. Massage gently in circular movements and let it work for 15 to 20 minutes. During this time, you might feel a slight tingling, which is normal. Rinse very well with warm water. You can do this 3 times a week, but always with at least 1 day break between applications. For elbows and knees, which usually have thicker skin, you can massage the mixture on these areas with circular movements for a few minutes. The skin might get slightly red, which is expected. Let it work for 10 more minutes and then rinse thoroughly. Do this 2 to 3 times a week. For feet, which handle more friction, apply generously to calluses and rough areas. Massage well and let it work for 20 minutes. You'll notice that the skin gets softer after a few minutes. Then you can use a foot file or pumice stone gently, always in one direction only. Rinse and dry very well, especially between toes. Do this twice a week. In the first days of application, it's normal for skin to be a little drier than usual. This happens because baking soda is removing dead cells. That's why it's important to always apply a moisturizer after treatment, preferably one without perfume and hypoallergenic. Avoid products with alcohol on treated areas. As I always say, it's essential to take some precautions so everything works out and you don't have problems. First, always do a small test on a skin area before applying to larger places. Apply a little bit of the mixture on your arm and wait a few hours to see if there's any reaction. Second, don't apply this mixture every day. Skin needs time to recover between treatments. Too much can cause irritation or dryness. Third, if you have very sensitive skin, use less baking soda in the mixture or even do the treatment only once a week. Fourth, always rinse very well after application. Don't leave mixture remains on skin, because this can cause irritation. And lastly, have patience. Results don't appear overnight. You need to apply regularly for a few weeks to see significant changes. I'm going to tell you what are the signs that the treatment is working. In the first 2 weeks, you'll notice that skin feels softer to the touch. This is a great sign. Treated areas might seem a little brighter, even if it's not very visible yet. After 1 month of regular application, differences become more obvious. Blackheads become easier to remove, spots start to brighten, and rough areas become smoother. It's important not to give up in the first weeks, because skin has its own rhythm of renewal. I want to warn you about some common mistakes people make. The first is applying the mixture on injured or irritated skin. Never do this. The second mistake is applying too much, thinking that more is better. Actually, a thin layer is more efficient. The third mistake is rubbing too hard, especially on the face. Remember that it's the chemical action that works, not physical force. The fourth mistake is not rinsing properly, leaving residue on skin. And the last common mistake is giving up too early, before giving time for skin to renew itself. To boost results even more, you can add small amounts of natural ingredients we have at home. A pinch of turmeric powder in the mixture helps with inflammation and spots. A few drops of pure honey can be added for very dry skin, since honey has natural moisturizing properties. For those with oily skin, a few drops of lemon can help, but be careful. Never apply lemon before exposing yourself to sun. There are some situations when we shouldn't apply this mixture. If you have any cut, wound, or injury on your skin, wait for it to heal before applying. If there's any known allergy to either ingredient, it's better not to risk it. People with very sensitive skin or conditions like eczema or dermatitis should talk to a doctor before trying. For application in intimate areas, be very careful and use only externally. Never apply on mucous membranes. To boost results, always keep skin well moisturized on days you're not doing treatment. Use a good moisturizing cream, especially on treated areas. Protect yourself from sun, especially when treating spots on the face. Sun can worsen spots and still cause irritation on skin being treated. Drink plenty of water every day. Hydration comes from inside out, too. And this makes all the difference in results. You should also know when to stop treatment temporarily. If skin gets very red or irritated, stop for a few days and come back with less frequency. If little bumps or itching appear that doesn't get better, stop completely, and if necessary, see a doctor. During the menstrual period, some women get more sensitive skin, so they can reduce frequency at that time. Diet also makes a difference in results. Foods rich in vitamin C, like orange, acerola, cherry, and guava, help with skin renewal. Dark green vegetables like kale and spinach provide nutrients that strengthen skin. Avoid excess sugar and very processed foods, as they can worsen skin problems like oiliness and inflammation. For older people over 60 years old, I recommend starting with more spaced applications, maybe once a week, since skin tends to be more delicate and take longer to recover. Young people with oily skin can apply 3 times a week, but always respecting intervals and watching how skin reacts. In winter, when skin gets naturally drier, reduce frequency of applications and be generous with moisturizer after treatment. In summer, when we sweat more, it's even more important to rinse very well and dry completely the treated areas, especially folds like armpits and groin, to avoid irritations. My dear friends, this simple mixture of castor oil with baking soda can really make a difference in your lives. It's a cheap, natural, and efficient solution for several problems that bother us daily. Always remember to have patience. Apply with moderation and care. Nature offers us many solutions, but we need to use them with wisdom and respect for our body. After a few months of regular application, you'll notice that you need treatment less frequently. This is normal and even expected. When skin is more even and healthy, you can start applying only once a week for maintenance, or even stop for a while and resume when you feel the need. If after 2 months of regular application, you don't see any improvement, it might be that the concentration isn't right for your skin or that the problem needs a different approach. In that case, it's worth talking to a dermatologist to evaluate other options. Try this recipe and see for yourselves the benefits. And if you liked this video, take the chance to subscribe to our channel. I'm sure you won't regret it. Take good care of yourselves, and until our next time.